So I'm here today with Matt Philp, and Matt is the Managing Director of Gardner Engineering. Welcome, Matt. Glad to have you come and join us.
Thank you very much for having me.
Just kick off, Matt. Tell us a bit about Gardner Engineering. What's it all about?
Well, Gardner Engineering is a specialist CCTV brackets manufacturer. We create all sorts of supports and brackets for CCTV cameras, monitors, and basically anything that you'd need to assist with an installation on the CCTV system.
Okay, so what type of clients are you dealing with?
Mainly distribution. We like to go through distribution channels, but also directly with manufacturers that make CCTV cameras.
Okay, so in that marketplace, it's a pretty functional product.
Yep.
What do you think differentiates Gardner Engineering from other options that might be out there?
It's got to be the team, the people. It's always about the people. It's the difference that the individuals make, then their desire to get it right. Talking to the end users sometimes, or the installers, finding out what problems they have, what they're trying to achieve, and then taking from possibly sometimes even down to a rough back of the fag packet type drawing and creating it into a CAD design, all the way through to seeing that thing developed from prototype to end product. And it gives you a real buzz when you finally see these things actually in situ in maybe a large retailer or on the high street. It's good to see. So
how many what type of variation can you get then? How bespoke can it become?
Literally, if you've got an idea and there's a quantity of these items that you're after, just talk to us. We'll communicate together to come up with the design that suits both what the end result is, but maybe incorporating any cabling or any additional features like that. Then we'll come up with a prototype and then produce it. It's very simple process, to be fair. It's very much trying to get the perfect product for the client within a reasonable understanding and timescale.
And how long's Gardner Engineering? How long's Gardner Engineering actually been in existence? And
well, the company was formed in 1973, but we actually bought the company in August of last year. So it's gone from 1973 as a sole trader, and we took the business over in August 22.
Right. Okay. And what would you say your kind of share of the marketplace might be?
As a percentage, we're just literally, it's a very hard figure to pull, probably 5-10%. The potential for growth is absolutely huge for us. It really is. It's a great place to be. I'd rather be at that end than at 95% with people stealing it.
Yeah, absolutely. So so what's the future look like then? What challenges and opportunities have you got?
Well, since August last year, we've brought in some CAD software, we've bought a computer system, we've updated the website. The plans for the future is to widen the scope of the product range that we offer, build the distribution channels, and go out and look for larger manufacturers so that we can expand even further. Because of the productivity changes we've made, we are now in a position where we've got the ability to increase the capacity of throughput throughout production. So the basics are now in place and we're ready to start expanding.
Okay, so what sort of extra capacity do you think you've got then?
Well, so we can control that growth in regard to, because of the systems are in place, by limiting numbers of additional staff, we've got the capacity and the systems are in place to allow us to do that growth. So obviously it'd be very easy now to bring additional staff in, train them very quickly and get that capacity up. So a bit of controlled growth is what we're looking for.
So the capacity, the ultimate capacity is whatever you want to make it.
Exactly. Yeah, because we've built the systems to be able to grow in that way. So it's taken some time, but I think it's going to be well worth it.
Cool. So Matt, I know you've got some other business interests as well, and very successfully grown those businesses. What would you say you've learned about yourself along your journey?
Very good question. Not everything can be done in one day. I'm very demanding when it comes to that. I'm very impatient. I think trusting people. You'd be amazed what people can do when you actually give them the scope almost in a way is like the 10-pin bowling alley. Give them the boundaries and then just set them off in the right direction and see what they can do, support them, and just giving them the freedom to make a few mistakes, but also to enjoy the successes when they get them.
Great advice. Great advice. And obviously, with Gardner Engineering, you've only been in since August last year.
Yep.
But if you could, obviously, there's a lot of change happens when you first take over a business. Hypothetical question: with the benefit of hindsight, knowing what you now know, what might you have done differently if you could turn the clock back?
Built in more time. Obviously, with the two companies, it's been challenging at times to actually be in the right place at the right time. Possibly taken some extra staff on earlier, not try and commit to it all myself. But I think the end result, it's been such a great learning curve. If I brought other people in, maybe I wouldn't have had that learning curve as quickly. So I think realistically, would I change much? We are where we are, and I've learned an awful lot, and it's been a really enjoyable experience. Maybe could have done a few less hours. That might have been beneficial.
Yeah. Everything's for a reason.
Everything's for a reason, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you're in a great place, Matt, and I wish you all the best for the future.
Thank you very much, mate.